Hey guys, we are live on YouTube. So hello YouTube. Hello guys. I'm here today with Cowboy and Camila. Today we're gonna talk about the impact of AI on education and professions. Um, we are not some kinds of specialist. We are here just to learn. I'm not a teacher, by the way. I'm a student as well. I'm here to improve my English. Here is a safe place to make some mistakes. We are here to learn English each other. Okay, guys, I'm curious about your opinion about this topic, and I'd like to start with you, Camila. How do you believe AI is transforming traditional professions?
Okay. First of all, I think that this is a transforming. Just a minute, I will put my
Okay,
focus on computer because of the
don't worry.
notifications. Um, I think that transforming traditional professions is not a new thing. During the history, you have this process with a lot of different professions. For example, in the past, we had datilografia, which don't exist anymore. So this profession just stop exist because of the new technology that appear. But specifically about EAE, is totally different that the other that the history of the humanity because can change everything, not just the traditional, but at the same time they can create a new professions. So we have this both perspective, in my opinion. uh, and About the question, I think that we have pros and cons. I forgot if this right word, but okay. We have positive and negative uh, things. For example, you can um, you can create it, a new. Actually, the negative point it's because with this automation, I think you can just decrease some demand, and this can be a problem because you can create a new generation about unemployed people. So this is a complicated because, for example, if I have 10 employees, but I can just have one to control my new system that is that have automation. So this can be good for me because I just spend money with an employee and this system. But at the same time, it's better for the people that don't have a job anymore. So I think we have a good perspective, but at the same time, a negative perspective. But yeah, it can help us in every situation. For example, I started using a lot to optimization my time, to have some insights about a project, but this can create a problem with a job displacement. And I think, yeah, that's it for a while.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. You said everything. And you talked about oh my gosh, I forgot the word now. But I remember that when I was young, I grew up, heard a lot about digitador. Uh, it,
Datilografia.
yes, yes. It was the profession of the moment, in that time. And nowadays we can't see that anymore. Nowadays we have another professions that is the profession of the moment as well. And I really believe that the humanity, uh, we are in right way. We are maybe take some, I don't know, it is some kinds of evolution. And we need to follow the threads and be up to date and learning about the future, about the things that are happening. And for sure, like you said before, uh, we will kill a lot of professions, but I believe that we will create a lot of professions as well. And what you talk you said about get some sites, use the AI to get some sites about text, about some things like that. I like to use the AI to do that nowadays because sometimes you need to consume a lot of texts, a lot of articles, to learn some things. And with nowadays we are rushing all the time. We don't have time enough to do everything or to read a lot of things. And sometimes the AI can help us like a support to get some sites, to create some summary, from some texts or things like that. And you, Cowboy, I would like to know about your point of view.
For me, from my perspective, AI simply change the possibility that you can do your job because today you have a partner, digital partner to help your job and ensure that the job is done correctly. I think in this point of view. Second, in matter of years, months, maybe, you can use agents, AI agents that is you be a partner of you in your tasks. And imagine a situation that you, you simply are programming in your job and you have a partner programming with you. Today you have a copilot to do that, but copilot simply uh, suggests uh, possibilities when you do this code. But imagine a situation that while you coding something, the AI is coding other feature in your project. Imagine a situation like that. Or other example, you are a teacher and you need to give examples of phenomena, and in exactly moment, a agent shows the phenomenon with a special effects to the students. So you enhance a lot the experience and achieve good results with that. But it's important to think how could the AI impact these professions, because in some situations simply the jobs will be in the extinct because the AI will do the same tasks, and there's a possibility to you create other roles, other jobs with this advance of AI too.
Yeah. I believe that the professions that maybe can be some kinds of dangerous, it can be professions that deal with massive work, Thing is that it is some kinds of repetition, you know. And for sure, we will create a lot of professionals in the future. I really believe in that. Maybe it can be a problem for the people, uh, for the elderly people, maybe they wouldn't like to learn new things, to learn about AI, but it can be a barrier in my point of view for them. Um, Come on, I'd like to know from you now, the question number 3. What are the opportunities do you think AI can create in the job market?
Okay, good question. I think the opportunities is when you simply developing a agent with AI. I will put a link after my answer because there's an organization called Hugging Face. Do you know about this
Yeah,
institution?
have you
Yeah.
ever heard about it?
Okay. Camila, for your understanding, Hugging Face is a institution that the main role is talking about AI, advances, and some course like that. And last week, it launched a course about create AI agents using Python. And this is very interesting situation that you can simply program an agent to help you in your tasks. It's an introductory course, but the institution will enhance more and more with all the tools. And imagine the situation in some months, you have a software developing front-end, back-end, AI engine. So you have all the type of the developer. Imagine a tester person that you that works with quality assurance. Imagine a person that you measure the quality assurance of AI agents. So you create new jobs with that. And in the last but not least, people needs the AI needs to be trained and needs be corrected. So imagine a lot of people working, fixing the AI, the responses, evaluate the procedures. So there's a lot of works that you can create within your field.
Good points, Cowboy. Thank you. And you, Camila, what new opportunities do you think AI can create?
I think then can create a lot of opportunity, and I read news about an IA that could they are creating, and this IA could identify cancer 5 years before, just see the result of some exam. This was about woman health. I forgot the name of the exam. It's like Haishi, something like this. And this is amazing, because they can identify the disease 5 years ago, so you can have all the preparation, all treatment. So, especially in medicine and healthcare, AI can change and helping a lot. In this case, is about find the disease or have opinion, because they can have a memory. You can train this technology to have a know-how about that. And this is amazing about medicine. But in the let me see the question again. In the market, I think that can create a lot of new opportunities, as I said, about new jobs. And at the same time, you can have more connections with the others, and about the cowboy said, have own EA as an agent, something like this, yeah. This can be very helpful for people self-employed, because when you have a small business, you need to do everything. You're the job, you're the employee, you're everything. So people that work and self-employed can train it IA for optimization the job. So I think that can help in a lot on the market, but at the same time can have a movimentation, new opportunities appear, but at the same time we have that problem about some offer, not about the career, the job just stop to exist, but less offer. So this can create a problem, but yeah, I think that can help you more than prejudicate.
Yeah, I am with you guys. I totally agree. And you talked about the AI helping in the health sector, about the prediction of the cancer or something like that. And I have ever heard about it, and for me it can be the game changing, of this tool. And it help us in the future to predict a lot of kinds of sicks, and avoid a lot of disasters, or even some dies, and yeah, about professions or even opportunities, and mm, I don't know exactly, but maybe we can have a lot of, not just in the healthcare sector, but for me, it will be used in every sector, in talking about the, the market. And maybe there are a lot of professions that will master something related to AI in that area, and you create a lot of programs, a lot of softwares to deal with that, focus that in, I don't know, medicine, education, uh, or I can say that it can be the agents, yeah, guys, let's move on. Let me read the next one. Question number 4. What have you been doing to adapt to the changes brought by AI in your field? Well, in my area, it can be hard to answer, because I work with uh, development, and I really need to learn more about it, I am avoided that because it wasn't something that I was interested, to learn. But nowadays, I'm learn more about AI, and it can help me a lot in my profession, Um, I can create some agents. I can create some softwares that use those agents, and it can aggregate a lot in my profession. And I I have I have seen a lot of vacancies, in my area that ask for this. It can be something like must have skills nowadays, that I really need to learn. Ezio Cowboy, uh, what have you been doing to adapt to the changes brought by AI in your field?
First of all, I started this course to create AI agents. I mean, liking this course because I thought there is a challenge, but today simply when you use Python, you can create this agent. Basically, this agent you simply program it with this phrase that you use when you is interacting with ChatGPT in the site. For example, when you talk the ChatGPT to act as a resume and create a mini test about this doc. You with the programming the AI engine, you do that simply easily to this test. Other thing I am like to interacting with this DeepSeek. I downloaded this model and I executed in my machine. I like these results, and my goal in the future is be able to uh, train my own model. In this case, I use my computer to create the model to me, but I think I need to wait a long time because today you need a strong power computing to do that. when it's different to when you create a AI model to classify some images or something like that. In this case, you need to have a large input. The Meta AI simply downloaded 72 terabytes of ebooks. Imagine. So there's a lot
Mm,
of data to use to have an input and you need a strong uh, computers, supercomputers to train that. So you wait while the people create a new method. And the other thing is I using tools like Curso. Do you know Curso?
No,
Curso
I don't
is
know.
Curso is a IDE, is a program to when you do this code, Camilo. It's called IDE. It's an environment you create these programs and you execute and test these programs. Me and Elton use every single day in this works. So Curso is a IDE and you have a AI in that and you use it for uh, some days to test and after that you need to pay. It's very good. I love it a lot. And you can test and you after this test you can talk about that if it's better than the GitHub Copilot or something like that. I'll put it in the chat to you
Oh,
test.
nice. Thank you. Today I'm learning more about the prompts, you know. There are a lot of courses about it as well, and sometimes we need to learn how to express our ideas to AI as well, you know. It's not just about creating an agent or something like that, but we really need to learn how to use, you know. And you, Camila, what have you been doing to adapt to the changes brought by AI in your field?
I've been taking some online courses, and in some way look for new knowledge because I think that can help in different way. And these new skills, because nowadays everybody says about, oh, you need to have softer skills, hard skills. So I think not just know, but use the correct way about EA can in the future, no, but is almost important now. It's not a differential, differential, yeah, can be a different skill, but they are um, they are almost a obligation. You know, you need to know a lot of things to apply to a for a job a- for apply, yeah, for some I forgot the word vaga, but okay. Uh,
Vacancy.
yeah, you need to know about everything, even if that you're not using it every day or you never use, but they put there. So you need to know because it's important, and in some way they can help your life. You know, for example, if you have a prompt, if you know how to use the yeah, you can use to help you in some task. I don't agree with use uh, for everything. You know, for example, I need to write a letter and I just put there, I like to write my own letter, for example, and put there to have a correction, a grammar stuff, because, and I'm a teacher and I had students that gave me the, not the test, but the,
Exam.
what?
Exam.
Yeah, not exam.
Homework.
Yeah, homework, just everything by the A. And I know that the students doesn't work that word, you know. So you can see when someone posts something by ChatGPT, for example, on LinkedIn, you see all the time when a pair value insight. Oh my God, I know that is ChatGPT because they always use this word, this phrase. So you need to use as a helper, not you know, for do your job, because it's not the intelligence artificial can't do as we do, so you can see that everything here is not created or written by human. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm searching for no more knowledge about this.
Well, I agree with you. And like you, I avoid to use it frequently, like I try to put my mind to think because we need to use the AI as a support, as an assistant, not not just put to do our work, or the things that we use it to do, like you write an email or I don't know, do the basic things and if we do that, in this case, we can consider that we will be replaced, We need to use it as an assistant, like I said, not just to replace our activities. And sometimes there are a lot of hallucinations, and you need to take care about what a AI write and we need to review that very carefully, And I work as a software developer. I tried those days to I tried to use that these days, and it didn't work, I needed to solve it by my own because there was a lot of hallucinations and sometimes not sometimes, but see, I prefer to look for a solution or for an opinion, in some online blogs, some sites related to that, like Stack Overflow or something like that, because there we really can see things that someone one day tried that tested that, the answers or the subjects there. Okay, guys, let's move on. Do you think AI should have limitations in its business decisions making? Why? Go ahead, Camila. Tell us your opinion about it.
You jump
Yeah,
the
yeah. Question
okay,
number 6.
okay. Yes, I think that we need to be careful about the using this. For example, I read a new about oh my God, let me see the word because I forgot. About attorney, advogado, that just put everything on ChatGPT and send to the judge. So I think we need to have this limitation. We can't use for everything and not for all the time because we need to remember that you can put there sensible information there because on the internet, so you can have I don't know, an invasion, and this information can be disponible on deep web, for example. So you don't need to use ChatGPT or the intelligence artificial for everything. You need to be careful about. Um, and in the business, I think that depends on the situation, depends on the work its place. For example, you said about you work with uh, what is your work?
Sorry?
Your work, you are
Software developer
developer.
or programmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read a lot people just saying, oh, it's very easy. You need to just put the prompt on ChatGPT and they send you the algorithm and you paste there. So it's not easy, and sometimes this can create a problem. So it is how we said, you need to use as a helper, not for do your work, because if they can do all of your work, I don't want to have an employee. I spend my money to pay someone for do a thing that the software can do by himself, and I don't pay taxes. Uh, they don't go to the vacation, then work 24 hours, 7 days a week. So yeah, we need to have a kind of a limitation. Of course, we can open our computer, work at home, for example, or at the office and put there, but we need to create this conscience. It's not just creating, oh, you can use at the work. It's not just have the prohibition, but it's given an education and develop this skill for the person could judge, oh, I can use this for this part, not for that, because in that can create a problem for me. So more than have this prohibition, you need to create in a way to have a consciences. So I think these companies need to have how can I say, a developed education in the employees.
Yeah, good points. Sometimes we need to remember that AI is not new. It had so much time, you know. And nowadays we can see the evolution that they are getting smarter than before. And I love it what you said. Good points. Thank you. Go ahead, Cowboy. Do you think AI should have limitations in its business decision making?
Yeah, I think it is important to have the limitations and the own people in the circle, CEO, for example, need to be need, just be conscious about the AI, because imagine you are director of a company and your decision is made by a tool. It's important to use your own experience about the market, your experience of life, the lessons that you learn, the challenge that you handle to do these hard decisions. Because this is the life. The AI cannot understand all the variables that you have when you uh, is a manager of a company in a country and you have to pay tax. This tool will help you in some situation. For example, I need a dashboard and you put all the profits to the last 6 months. Okay, the AI will do that as like assistant for you. But the main decision is about you. And I am provocative in this point. I think when you have decisions, it's about the people when do these decisions, make an analysis, a long-term analysis about these decisions. In this case, you can use the AI to predict the next steps, but the responsibility of the responsibility of the decisions is you.
Yeah, good points. Nowadays, we have already used data, you know, to help us to take some decisions. But for sure, sometimes we really need some kinds of human sense, you know, to take the decision, the next steps, not just to believe truthfully, you know, in the AI or some tool. Good answer, guys. Thank you. I believe that you can answer one more question. Let's back to the question number 5. Um, how could schools and universities better prepare students for a future with AI? Go ahead, Camila. You are a teacher. You can start with that.
I think that they can create a specific subject at the school and at the university for, as I said, educated the person, because they will use the intelligence transfer. So it's not a point, they will use, and this is a truth. Everybody use nowadays, and they use, but they need to know how to use and why to use, because we, especially in school, every student search in there, copy and paste the answer for ChatGPT, and they are creating a way to lie. You put human ate this answer, and everything. But even with this, we know when was the software, the software about the answer. But I think then we have to create this conscience about, because, for example, and I see this at the university, I'm not there anymore, but people that don't know how to write, because you pass all of your years at the school just using the intelligence artificial, and when you go after this, you can write anything. When you need to do an exam that you don't have connection with the internet, just you, the paper, and for writing, you can develop anything. So this is a huge problem about education, about our future, because when you go to university, of course, the presential mode, you need to stay there, sit and write. And how can you write if you don't do this? Because uh, know how to write is not a gift, from God or what else, but is a skill that you can develop as I don't know, as a exercise. You need to start and do day by day, and with time you can get better. So I think the mission of both ways, school and university, is how to educate this person to use it. Is teach how to use, and when you can use or when you can't.
Good, great answer. I love it that. And you are sure we need to exercise our mind, our brain is the same for our body. If you just stay, uh, at the bed or in a chair, you will not, you will be some obsolete thing. I don't know if that's the word, the right word, but you become obsolete, in Portuguese. And yeah, I love it that.
I think the word is useless. Useless.
Yeah, useless. Thank you. And you, cowboy, what do you think, man?
Sorry, the question is the seventh,
Five. How could
five.
the
So
schools and universities
sorry.
better prepare students for future with yeah?
Okay, in my case, the schools need to use the AI in first place in your administrative tasks, for example. You have a lot of procedures to maintain a university. For example, my university, you need to do something, you have a protocol to do, you need to sign a lot of documents. This document needs to be approved. There's a lot of bureaucracy in that. So if the AI handle with this bureaucracy to uh, increase the speed of all this process, is a great advance for me. In second place, it's important to do a research about the needs of the different courses in the schools and universities, for example. For example, I'm an IT student, so my needs in AI is for coding, for giving me insights about front end, for example. some tips in when I'm executing my tasks. But in a geography course, the insight is different. In some situations, the people in geography need to analyze the situations and create a dissertation. So it's important the AI in this context do insight for this student. So it's necessary to have a lot of studies, research to create a learning environment and the agent can handle with these different types of students too. Is all the problem because there's students that have a special needs. For example, a person that have attention disorder. You imagine AI can help these people to learn. All the people with dyslexia. Imagine you need to have a AI agent be able to handle with that and give good stimulus for these students. So these are large field of studies, pedagogical studies, technological studies, institutional studies too, because one institution needs to show in public because in Brazil the institutions have this obligation to show in public your procedures to education ministry and etc. So this is a lot of challenges and a lot of ideas to solve that. Yeah.
Nice, very nice, Cowboy. Thank you, good points. We don't have more time